Welcome back to the Plum Island Horror! Alright, it's pulling tokens out of the bag time to continue the first round, which is the morning of October 25th. So in the bag we go, and we pull out... we knew they were coming. There's 3 of them in there. We have the Fate. Draw a Fate card. So we're going to be activating some of the horrors, i.e. zombies. Okay, let's take a look here. We pull a Fate card. We're going to be looking at the spawn and the activities. And the spawn, we spawn on track 5. So currently, our biohazard level track is at 0. So we're going to be spawning 3 horrors on track 5. So let's get up to track 5 and add 3 more horrors to that track. And this is going to get interesting. Alright, I'm going to have to go around the side here. I don't know if you can hear me anymore, but we're going to be putting 3 more horrors on track 5. That's going to actually put the total number of horrors there to 7. So they're only going to have a movement speed of 1 from now on. Wow, but that's an awful pile of them. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of the card. And the rest of the card is we activate tracks 3 and 4. Okay, so we're going to activate tracks 3 and 4. So I guess we can see them right here. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now there are 4, I was going to say Zed's units. There are 4 horror units there. And with 4, the movement for them, if there are 4 to 6 tiles, they move 2 areas. So track 3 is going to move 2 areas. So they're going to go 1, 2. So they're coming. And track, what did I say? 3 and 4. Okay, here's an unfortunate bit of business. 1, 2. They get to the Schnitzel Brewery, and in the Schnitzel Brewery we have an unfortunate bit of business here. We have Tyra's Tax Service, and they get munched by that horde of horrors. So they are out of the game. And when they munch a horde of horrors, yes indeed, they have to add another one, and we're going to have to put a biohazard cube into the bag. Oh dear, now we got 5 there. We're going to take 1 more yellow biohazard cube, toss that into the biohazard bag. So now there's 5 green in there, a couple of yellow, which is getting worse. Okay, that was 1 token out of the bag, and back camera out, we're going to be pulling another one. Yeah, things are gonna get ugly. Alright, we have 4 more tokens left in the bag. Alright, we're trying to keep it to around a 20-minute episode, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, next token we pull out is... Yep, they're at it again. We have yet another Fate card. So we're going to be doing some more spawning and some more activating. The next Fate card we have is this one, and we're going to spawn on track 6, and we're going to activate track 1. Oh dear. Alright, let's get to that. So we're spawning on track 6. Alright, so way at the top of the board. On the other side here, we're spawning on 6. 3 more, because that's our current biohazard level. Oh boy. And yes, I'm using the Bag O' Zombies miniatures for that. So we have 7 there now. Oh man. And then we are activating track 1, and that's probably not going to be too good. Alright, we're activating track 1. We have 5 horrors there. And if we have a stack of 4 to 6, they move 2 areas. So they're going to move, the first area they move is here. Now they have a choice. On a 1 or 6 on a Fate card draw, they're going to move this way, which would be really bad. And if they roll a 2 or 5, not a roll, if they draw a 2 or 5, they're going that way. Alright, we're going to draw a Fate card. And we're going to look at the number at the bottom, and it is a 3! So, a 3. Which direction? So, 2 to 5. So they're going to go this way. Okay, and that's their second movement. So they avoid the broken bridge, I guess, and they veer off here. Oh man! Yep, that's looking bad. But at least these civilians are safe for the moment. Alright, we're back camera out again. We're going to be drawing another token. We still have... what have we got? We've pulled 2, 4, we pulled 5. We still have 3 more tokens to pull out for round 1. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, let's see what we get. Let's see, we've got 3 more tokens. And out of the bag we get... Once again, they're activating. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Alright, draw a Fate card. That's 3 in a row. Wow. Okay, next fate card. Pull a fate card, and we're going to activate, or we're going to spawn and then activate. And we get chaos! Oh, great. Draw 2 fate numbers. Spawn Murder of Horrors units on the track numbers equaling each of the drawn fate numbers. Alright, so basically we're going to be drawing 2 more cards, and we're going to look at these numbers, and that's the 2 tracks that are going to get 3 Murder of Horrors. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. So the first one we pull is this, so track 3. Oh man. Track 3, and the next card we pull at the bottom. Track 3! Okay, yeah, so we populate into track 3. We're basically doing it twice, so we're going to be adding 3 and then another 3. So up at the top of track 3, we're going to be adding 6 Murder of Horrors. And I have no idea if this is focusing or not, but we have to get 6, oh my god, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on track 3. Can I do it without bashing into the filming equipment or the lights? Oh, it's a long stretch. This is a long board. It's taking up my entire table. So that was spawn number 1 from the fate card for 3. And then, yeah, we got 3 more. So now there are 6 there. This is not good. All right, and then on the card it says we activate tracks 2 and 5. So let's get activating track 2, which is basically right here. 4 Murder of Horrors, they're going to move 2 spaces. They go 1, 2, they're into the Forest of Doom. Well, it's not Forest of Doom, it's the Inga Forest. They got 4 of them. We got our canine unit right there. Yeah, that was track 2. Let's activate on track 5, which we can also see. Now there are 2, 4, 6, there are 7 Murder of Horrors in track 5, which is this one. And when you get to 7 plus Murders of Horrors, they only move one space. All right, can I do the long stretch? Oh my god, this is difficult to film because the board is so freaking huge. These guys are all going to move into the Pine Barrens. All 7 of them, they're on their way. But at least they move just 1. Ooh, yeah. All right, we do still have, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have 2 more tokens to pull out of the bag, and it's going to be our factions. So yes, that's at least something we can try to counteract some of this movement. All right, let's go back to the bag and see what we get. Whew, okay, wow, 3 in a row. It's brutal. All right, back. Whoops. Oh no, I dropped stuff out of the bag. Okay, I'll fix that later. Dropped all the cubes out of the toxic bag. All right, into the bag we go. We got 2 tokens remaining. And the first one we pull out is, we get our Greenport Township gets to go. That's the purple hued characters, so they get to their action. Of course, they do their adrenaline move to start with, so let's see if we want to reposition any of them. They get 1 free foot movement, so let me think about that and see what we want to do for their movement. Okay, we're going to have the mayor. He can move a foot movement. He's going to go 1, 2 into here, protecting these civilians and hopefully shuttling them down the track before he gets overrun and munched on. All right, that's the mayor. We still have a bunch of more civilian, or not, or standees for our units that can move, so let's continue moving them. Alright, we're just going to continue moving our Ralph Norton here. He can only move 1, so we're going to move him over here. I'm trying to get him to the power plant eventually, so he can fix the power plant. If the power plant is fixed, which is, you can't quite see it right up here, if it's totally fixed, every faction gets 5 supplies. And that's going to be important during the evening phase, which is not coming up for a while, but it's inevitable. It's coming. Okay, we're going to leave... let's see, I think we are going to maybe move just 2 more of our characters. Alright, we're going to leave Ralph, or Ed Cramden here, next to the bridge. We want to fix that bridge. We're going to move our fireman here, Mr. LaFlame. He's going to move 1 up here. He's got a movement of 2, but we want to protect the civilians. So that's where we're moving him. And we have 1 more movement to do for our adrenaline move. Alright, so our final adrenaline move, we're going to move our doc here into this. Oh, hang on. Yes, he's going to move down here to the hospital. I think I moved him up from the hospital, moving back. So we got our canine unit up there. I think that's all good. So that's everybody. We are still in the morning round. So this faction only gets one action. So I got to think about what we want to do with their one action. And I think I know what we're going to do. And that will be it. All right, so for our one action, we're going to take a crowd control action with our mayor. And he's right here. He has a green number of 5, admin number of 5. He can actually shuttle 5 individual civilian units. There's only 2 there. He's gonna tell these guys to move on down from the Whitecap area to the Whitecap Estates. Well, Whitecap Estates to Whitecap Estates. So get moving. So that's his one action. And now we can do follow actions if we like. And I think we might do that. Alright, I think we're going to do one follow action for Drebin here. He's at a location where you can do a search. Now he has a special ability, so let's take a look at that. Alright, I hope this is focusing a bit, but basically Francis Drebin, he's a detective squad. It says, clue finders. When doing a search location action, with this unit you may draw 2 search cards instead of 1, and choose the one to use, and then you discard the unused card. So that's what he's going to do, is draw back camera out, and we're going to be drawing our first search cards. Alright, and searching doesn't automatically exhaust a location. If you collect supplies, there's only one supply icon there. If we would collect 1 supply, that would exhaust the location. But search cards don't necessarily do that. Alright, search cards. We're going to grab 2 of them off the top because of his special ability. He gets to grab 2. He gets to choose which one he wants. Alright, the first one, oh my good lord. We can see that. Medical oil secretion from furry MacGuffin rodent. PRL security server releases the key document. Holy jumping. Reduce the biohazard track by 4 spaces. No, anyway, I'm going to have to read through this on my own. And the other one is gas cans and soda bottles. Let me review these. You can do this right here. You can pause and have a read. I will shut the camera off, have a read, and come back. And as you can see at the bottom of the card, it says exhaust this area after resolving this card. So whichever one we choose, we are going to be exhausting the area. However, I got to read these and dissect them first, so I'll come right back. Alright, after perusing both of these cards, this one is pretty much useless because we don't have a Pearl Security, and that's it. So this is not going to happen. We also are not using Greenport Township. This is the follow action for the Constabulatory, so that doesn't take effect. And this, we could reduce the bio track by 1, but the bio track's already as far back the track as it can get to. Whatever. It's not going to bother. However, we're going to do this one. We are not in Tom's gas garage. We are not in the town dump. So we go to this one. If we're any other location, place a Molotov cocktail marker in the area and your unit may immediately pick it up. Then you exhaust the area. So basically, Drebin at the winery found a Molotov cocktail. How this works is it's got a 3 on it. The first time you throw it, you use a ranged attack of 3. Then you can use it again as a ranged attack of 2, and then it's gone. And he can immediately pick it up. So Drebin will go ahead and grab the Molotov cocktail. Got to remember he has it now. And we're going to put an exhausted marker on that space. Let me figure out if I can find one of those. Alright, I found it. Exhausted location. So basically, we cannot search anymore. And we cannot pick up any supplies in that location until the end, I believe, the end of the night phase. So all of these will be removed at the end of the night phase. But for the morning now and afternoon, that location has been tapped. And, well, he's got a Molotov cocktail, so now he has some ranged combat, which is actually probably going to be helpful, we think, we hope. All right, that's those 2 cards, search cards. Looked at. That was a follow action, and now, yes, we have to draw a fate card and see if we get an event happening. No event card. Alright. Because we're playing solo and we have 2 factions, solo, which is a 2-faction game, we can do a follow action once more, and I do believe that we are going to do that. So we will have someone else from the Plum Island Constabulatory take an action. I gotta figure out who we want to take that action, and then we're gonna do it. Alright, as a follow action, I'm going to get him out of harm's way Friday. He has a movement of 2. We're going to have him go 1, 2 over here to the BO's barbecue because we want him to start repairing the bridges so he can go up and get these civilians and maybe start shuffling them down the track. That's the idea. And now we could have done a ranged attack, but not going to worry about that currently. Alright, that's the end of a follow action. So yeah, we got to draw another fate card, the fickle finger of fate. And look at the bottom. No event. Oh, we got lucky. We did 2 follow actions and we did not have to worry about anything else. I got to check the time and see if we have time to do the final token draw, which will be back to the Constabulatory taking a turn. Well, let me figure that out. Yeah, I think we've got time for that. So basically the last token in the bag is the Plum Island Constabulatory. That is the 8th token. So they get to do their adrenaline move if they want. So yeah, let's get adrenaline moving them. First adrenaline move, we're going to take Mr. Hartman here, and he's just going to move. He's got a 2 movement. We're going to move him up to the beach. We want him to shuffle on up and help direct traffic. Maybe switch lanes up at the bridge at the top here and help out his canine unit. Alright, let's have someone else from the Constabulatory take a move. Alright, we're going to have Drebin here take a couple of... He's got a foot movement of 2, 1, 2. He's going to move up here. We want him to get up the track, maybe do some more searching, maybe shuffle down some civilians. We have a few more. We're not going to move the guy that we moved over here Friday because we want him to repair the bridge. We're going to move our canine unit though for sure. And I should have done it right here, but we're going to take our sniper here and he's going to move 1. He's got a foot movement of 1. We're going to move him to the Plum Island High School where we have a 3. Oh wow, whoops, as I knock stuff around. We might want to be shuffling that one down to an exit point as soon as possible. And 1 more unit to move. And of course these are all adrenaline moves. Now our dog can move 3 spaces, but I just want to move him 1 to here because I think I want him shuffling down these guys once again. So that's it. That's our adrenaline move. And yes, we only have 1 action. So we need to figure out the 1 action that we are going to take from the Constabulatory. Alright, the 1 action we're going to take is we're going to do a crowd control action with our canine unit, chase the canine unit, and he's going to shove the... He's got a admin rating of 4, so he can move 4 civilians. He's going to move the 2 here down to the fire station. So that's our 1 action. Now we can do follow actions if we so desire. Oh man, do we want to? I think we actually do. Alright, we are going to need supplies at some point in time. We are going to take Ralph Norton. He's got a vehicular movement of 3. Now to use a vehicular movement you have to spend 1 supply. Greenport Township currently has 2 supplies. They're going to go down to 1 supply, but he will be able to move 3 locations. So he's going to go 1, 2, and 3. He is now 1 away from the light and power, island-wide light and power. So want him to start repairing, because his special ability is he draws 2 fate cards and applies them both, and he never has an epic failure when he does a repair action. So he is our most useful person for repairing. I want to get him there. We repair this place completely, the power is back on. Everybody, or 2 factions get 5 supplies. Alright, that was a follow action. Oh, let's hope we don't get an event. No event. Oh no, draw an event card. And that's going to be the end. So we get to draw an event card. Oh my god, and it is a horrific encounter. Alright, let's take a closer look at this horrible thing. Okay, I knew these cards were horrible. This one is terrible. Draw a fate number. To get a track number, then reference each area on that track which contains both a horrors unit and non-horrors units. Apply each situation. We don't have any on any track because it is a horrors units and non-horrors units. Wow, I think we just dodged the bullet once again with this one. Alright, yeah, cool. So track 1. Well, if I'm looking on the board, which you can't see, in track 1 we have no horrors units. I'm going to have to read this again, but I don't think we have anything here to have a problem with. And boats and helicopters, no effect. Right on. I think we've dodged it. Alright, so nowhere along track 1 do we have horrors units. We have both horrors units and non-horror units in the same space, which is what it says. It contains both a horrors unit and non-horrors units. So we have no space that does that. So that card doesn't do anything. Wow, we dodged a couple of event cards so far in this playthrough that have really had no effect. I'm sure things are going to get worse later on. Alright, that's going to end off the round. So let's do end of round stuff and figure out what we do there. Alright, so I put all of the 8 tokens back in the bag. I jumped the gun a little bit here. So the end phase is replenish location step. Night round only. It's not night round, so we don't worry about it. Mutation regeneration. If there were mutations on the board, they'd regenerate 1 hit point. There aren't any, so don't worry about that. Biohazard infection step. Draw 2 cubes from the bag. Green, no effect. Yellow, 1. Red, 2. Then we refilled the order bag, which I've already done, and advance the game marker. Alright, we're advancing the game marker to 2. We're going into the biohazard bag. We're going to be drawing 2 cubes. We're looking for green. Now, there's only 2 yellow in here, 5 green. And the first one is a green. Nothing happens. The second one is no, a yellow. Well, a yellow, we advance 1. Not terrible. Get to 17, we lose the game, but that's going to be a while. All right, that was that. That's basically the end of our entire round. We come back next time. We're going to be starting round 2, and we get 2 actions now during round 2. All right, let's go to the main board and wrap up our episode for today. All right, well, you can see things ramping up. We've got lots more horrors on the board. They are multiplying pretty heavily. We're shuffling a bunch of the civilians down the track. We've got to try and rescue them, evacuate them for points. So far, we've done none. We have to do 26 plus points to have a chance of winning the game. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is the Plum Island Horror. We're doing a solo, which is basically a 2-faction game. And we'll see how we do in future rounds. So thanks so much, and hope to see you next time for the continuation of the Plum Island Horror.